Y'all, I'm so happy. It's the finale of Basketball Wives. Oh my God, I'm so glad this shit is about to be over because it's just so much and it's so draining. And I know a lot of us do not agree, just like they don't agree on the show about this situation. But it is what it is. We just gonna talk about the things that happen and get along with it, y'all. So the episode starts off where it left off before, which is with Hazel, Jen, Shawnee, and Evelyn having breakfast, and Evelyn is just getting the book from Takari, and Jen is asking for a copy, and Hazel starts to talk about how Jackie reminds her of her mother and how her mother treats her older sister, and she just has something she wants to talk to Jackie about as it pertains to what she's heard as well. So everybody's kind of starting to lean on which side they're on as far as this book is concerned. Later on the beach, Jen, Shawnee, and Evelyn are laid out on some gazebos and shit. And Jen and Evelyn have copies of the book and they're reading it. And there's a part that disturbed Jen about at 11, Takari writing her first suicide note, and how her mom really tried to take anybody away from her that would, you know, be nice to her because she wanted Takari all by herself so she could control Takari and her weight and all of this type of shit. It's very depressing, very mommy dearest, as Evelyn said. So nobody really wants to like listen to how fucked up that shit is. And let me tell y'all something. I know we are all caught on, you know, either side of this shit, but I'm really looking at actual factuals on this shit. And that is some of the things that Evelyn brought up. And I don't agree with using it for a storyline to keep your own personal shit off the show, which is what Evelyn is doing. But at the same time, I feel like Jackie is the one that keeps bringing this shit up. Keep talking about it. Every time Evelyn gets in the same room with her, she don't have nothing to say. And so why does it bother you so much when people send you screenshots of them speaking to each other on social media? So what? So what? So fucking what? Takari's a grown-ass woman. Why does that bother Jackie so much? Unless Jackie just does not want anybody to be on her daughter's side, which is consistent with the story that she tells about how her mom does not like people to really be that kind to her. The separation between her and her siblings, the separation between her and Doug, her mom always kind of putting her off to the side. Like, y'all, I'm just saying, from what I am looking at and seeing from Jackie, the shit just rings true with how Jackie is and how she acts. Shawnee does not know how she feels. As they're reading the shit out the book, she does not know how she feels. She feels like she's caught in between a rock and a hard place because she just doesn't know who to believe. Tammy and Jackie and Shawnee go on a walk, and when they're walking and talking about everything, Jackie apologizes for how she snapped on Shawnee, but she wants Shawnee to understand she hurt her feelings when she said she didn't know who to believe between Takari and Jackie. And Shawnee is like, well, let me stop you because that is how I feel. You know, Jackie, I'm sorry, but I don't know who to believe. I don't know who's telling the truth. And she was like, well, why do you feel that way? And Shawnee said, well, for one, you've never gone to see that baby. My same point that I've been saying this whole time. Jackie says that she didn't have to go and see the baby because she was on the phone with the doctors and Takari, and she needs to work so that she can continue to pay for Takari's life as well as their other family members. And I'm like, Jackie, so you really gonna act like you ain't never had time to go see that baby like that? And the thing that pissed me off about Tammy is later on when Tammy is talking to Evelyn and Jen about the situation, she says, how do we know that Jackie never went to go and see the baby? How do we know that she hasn't been doing this? What if Takari is trying to keep her from seeing the baby? And I'm like, but that's not what Jackie said. You were standing right there. I don't understand why everybody is either 100% on one side or 100% on the other side. Why aren't there any people in the middle? I feel like the only person that might really be in the middle is Hazel, because I think she does like Jackie, but I feel like she has her own feelings towards it because, like I said, her mom treated her sister like that and she sees some of the same signs. So I also feel like she wasn't coming from a malicious place the way you may think Evelyn is coming from a malicious place, or Shawnee is coming from a cold place, and Jen is coming from a messy place. They're all wondering if Tammy is drinking the Kool-Aid because Tammy has not been hanging with any of them, because later on Shawnee sits down with Evelyn to tell her that, you know, Jackie just wants her to leave her daughter alone. And Evelyn is like, I'm not like reaching out to her. I don't have her phone number. She hits me up on social media and I will respond to her. And Malaysia and Tammy and them feel like she needs to just stop responding. Stop having, you know, these conversations with her because you're adding fuel to the fire. You know, this bothers Jackie. Why do you keep doing it? And I understand what they're saying. But I also agree with what Evelyn said to Malaysia later on, is that if you know your friend is fucked up and you just keep on going along with it, at some point you're enabling them to be this way. And I do feel like Malaysia has gotten so used to Jackie's crazy shit that she forgets the type of person that Jackie can really be. And Jackie can be a really fucked up person sometimes. And I feel like Malaysia likes to forget that. And now she's the only person she has on the show. They're really close this season. And I really feel like Malaysia is trying to hold on to that relationship just as much as Jackie is trying to hold on to that relationship. And if turning a blind eye to the things that she's heard and seen is what she has to do, that's what she's gonna do. And I'm not necessarily mad at that, because like she said, it's not my business. Jackie should be able to raise or deal with her family however she sees fit. And I agree with that. But I also agree with Evelyn that, okay, that's fine, but I can't be cool with a bitch that does that type of shit. Evelyn ain't fighting with Jackie every time she sees her. She sits quiet. She don't say shit. She tries to stay out of it. But it's still such a big thing for Jackie. Jackie is the one that seems to be making it the main issue now. She doesn't want to stop talking about it. She doesn't want to stop being mad about it. She doesn't want to let it go. And they all want to have this like final dinner when everybody is together, but they don't know if they can have that because of, you know, the differences in everybody's attitudes towards each other, but they decide that they're just going to have the last dinner together, right? So Evelyn and Shawnee and Hazel were there first. Then Malaysia and Jen was there first, and then Malaysia, Tammy, and Jackie showed up together. You know, united, fronting it and shit. And they sit down, and Hazel goes first and says that she's not coming from a malicious place, and she just wants to make sure that Jackie is doing all she can as it pertains to the relationship with her daughter. And Jackie says that she can assure her she is doing the very best that she can with her daughter. She loves her daughter. That's her firstborn. She will always take care of her family like she's always taking care of her family. Okay, but she doesn't believe that Hazel is not being malicious, so she feels like fuck Hazel. So she says, okay, now who else wants to attack me? Since it's Attack Jackie Day, who else wants to use me as a punching bag? So Jen is like, well, I'll go second, bitch. I read some of the book and I really had to stop when she said that at 11 she wrote her first suicide note. And Jackie says that her daughter's a liar. She lies and she needs help, and she's always done the best that she could with her daughter, and it's just hurtful that she has to defend herself to people, and she's tired of defending herself to people. And Malaysia says she doesn't have to defend herself. And Jen says, well, you know, Evelyn, do you want to say something? And Evelyn says, I don't have anything to say. I done already said what it is. And then Jackie tries to like apologize for the 500th time to Evelyn. And I really wish that Evelyn would have let the shit go and just been like, okay, Jackie, I accept your apology. I'm just going to let you know that we're not friends or anything, but I'm just going to let it go. You know what I'm saying? Shanice is grown, Evelyn. Shanice is like 20-something years old, bitch. I'm sure she's been called a bitch. You've been called a bitch. She's been called a whore before. You've been called a whore before, bitch. Y'all are on this fucking show together. Get over it. I did feel like she needed to let Jackie off the hook with the Shanice comment at this point, especially after everything that's going on with Takari. Like, I know you didn't mean for it to get like this, but it's like this, bitch. You are the conduit to Takari right now, and it's making Jackie feel like shit. And I don't necessarily think that that's cool for them to be like putting this lady's motherhood on Front Street, but everybody reminds me that's exactly the same thing she took part in with Drea. And she did take part in that situation with Drea. She tried to act like she had Drea's back, but when they all sat down to talk, Jackie was very much wanting to know the type of mother that Drea was, because she doesn't play about her kids and all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if given the opportunity, you know, I mean, Jackie basically said that Evelyn was raising her daughter up to be a whore. Like, she kept saying it over and over again. So Evelyn feels like she can't forgive her at this point. I don't know why Tammy is so confused about that, since Tammy said herself that she couldn't forgive somebody talking about her kid. I'm very confused with Tammy right now, because it's just is like, really, bitch? I just feel like this is all because you don't want to be cool with Evelyn. It's not really because you 100% behind Jackie like you claiming to be right now. I don't know. I don't know, and I honestly could give a fuck in all seriousness. The conversation just wasn't going anywhere. Evelyn just says, I don't want to be friends with bad mothers, which was fucked up. And yeah, Jackie got up and walked off to keep from fucking people up. And Malaysia and Tammy were very proud of her for keeping her cool. I was proud of her for keeping her cool too, after I thought about it, how she acted last time somebody said something. But I also feel like she ain't sitting at the table with nobody that she can do that to except for Hazel. And it ain't the right time. It ain't the right time for that. And I don't really think she wants to fuck it up with Hazel, because Hazel is soft to her, so she can still have Hazel as a friend. But them other bitches, she ain't gonna do that to all of them like she did Bonnie Jill. She just not. After that, she's outside talking, and she was saying some shit, and Shawnee and them walk up, and Shawnee's like, wait, what did you say? You know, and she didn't want to answer her. She was like, why are you in it? You know what I'm saying? I thought you were my friend. You're my friend, right? And she's like, yeah, I guess I'm your friend. And Jackie's like, what do you mean you guess you're my friend? I mean, I can't tell you if you're my friend or not. You either are or you aren't. And she was like, well, my friends don't snap at me like you snapping at me right now. She was like, well, why are you in this shit between me and her? She was like, I'm not in it. I just asked you what you said, because you be saying crazy shit sometimes, Jackie. I just asked you what you said. Shawnee, you were taking sides, bitch. I don't know why you gave a fuck about what she was saying. You know she said crazy shit. Why did you even care about what she was saying, Shawnee? Okay, I feel like Shawnee wanted to be done with Jackie. I feel like she wanted to be done with Jackie, and Jackie just gave her that open to be like, I'm done with this bitch. And obviously, whenever she's done with people, they don't be on the show no more. I don't know if I like that though, bitch. It's a democracy. Y'all know what I'm saying. I don't really like Shawnee all that much. I do believe she's a level-minded person, you know, but at the same time, she's very calculated and manipulative, and yeah. I just be feeling how I feel towards her. So I do, it's like, yeah, when Jackie tries to fight with her, it's just like, Jackie, you're not gonna win, baby. So just stop before I start feeling bad for your crazy ass again. Y'all, I be so caught in between these two places on this show. But that was the finale. And the reunion looked like it's going to be a whole bunch of screaming and howling and Jackie looking fucking crazy. So I can't wait. I cannot wait. Before y'all go, did y'all hear when Shawnee was telling Evelyn a story about how one day her and Shaq had switched their phones, and she was going to like a play or something for her daughter, and the phone just kept buzzing and buzzing, and she looks at the phone, and this girl after girl talking about how good he did it last night, and how she went to the arena, to the garage, and fucked his car up, 4 flat tires, wrote shit all over the car, I cheat on my wife, scratched it up, the whole 9, and then rode beside him down the street blowing so people would be looking at the car to see all of the shit on the car. Okay, that's the petty we talking about. That's the petty we talking about with Shawnee. That was a funny fucking story. I can only imagine her going ape shit like that, and Shaq just driving down the street in LA acting like it's a fucking shame. But that's fucked up how she found that shit out, boy. Anyway, y'all, that's it. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I love you guys for watching. Come back for the reunion and share the video. Yeah.
Oh, my mama.